Thank you for joining Pick Recap. Today I'm going to explain in 2017 American science fiction disaster film called Geostorm. The year 2019 is shown in the film as the worst situation in the world. Many natural disasters have occurred due to climate change. In some countries the temperature is higher. That 2 to 30 lakh people died due to heat. As a result of tsunamis in other countries, many people are swept away. Other places are dry and deserted. People are dying without water. Apart from this, waterlogging has occurred in many areas. Other countries are also in a similar situation. 27 countries are moving forward to find a solution. They form a group and send their smart scientists. Jake, the leader of the scientists, was a very bright man. They combined to form a satellite. Dutch Boy was named the male climate control satellite, which would attempt to control disasters and the deteriorating condition of the Earth. It was a huge satellite which was present around the Earth. It controls the bad condition of the Earth. The Dutch Boy was a male satellite. Every country needs a satellite to control its climate. The satellite was given to each country by a Dutch Boy. From there the satellite will be able to control the climate of its country. These satellites form webs on the planet. Scientist leader Jake created it and controlled a Dutch Boy. Because Jake US belonged to the US, the government wants to take it. Jack disagrees. He does not give his approval. They have been charged by the US government. Because of this, he lost his job. The US government controls the Dutch Boy. Jake's brother Max helps the US government in this matter. He himself was managing Dutch Boy. It means that Jake's brother betrayed him. As a result, Jake feels bad. As a result, he gets angry. His family was also far away. His daughter only saw him on weekends. After that 3 years passed. During these years the Earth's environment was safe and stable. A village in Afghanistan is shown. Was in a deserted place. Suddenly the temperature of the village decreases that the village is frozen. People become immobile. There was snow, and as a result the people of the village died. After knowing this, there was a meeting between the US president and some prominent personalities. They suspect that the village is frozen as a result of a problem with the Dutch Boy. They have to hide it somehow. But Max says instead of hiding it, we should repair the Dutch Boy. We need Jake's help with this mission. He had singled out the Dutch Boy. When asked by Max, Jake refused. Max makes a move here. They claim that you have created a Dutch Boy and it is now exhibiting a problem. You have to repair it somehow. Jake felt that he had made that strong thing so powerful that he could not be affected. Nevertheless, she agrees to investigate the Dutch Boy. Then an international space station is shown. Here the Dutch Boy and other satellites are controlled. The old satellite of Afghanistan has been replaced by the new satellite. Jake will be there in a week. A scientist collects all the data from Afghanistan's old satellite. He keeps it secretly in his locker. All the windows in the area are open as he proceeds. The scientist was dragged into deep space, which means someone has killed him voluntarily. After this the scene of Hong Kong is shown. A man is shown at climate control headquarters. He was the head of the satellite of Hong Kong. He goes to the shop to get the food items. Meanwhile, the eggs fall from his grip. After dropping the eggs, he saw that they were frying. In the meantime an earthquake occurred. The earth was throwing fire and it exploded. Just like lava. The head of Hong Kong tries to escape with his car. The earth behind him was shrinking as he ran. From there he goes out of town. He stops at a bridge. Looking back, all the buildings were falling. Looking here and there, it was found that the whole city has come under the grip of this disaster. There was devastation all around. There was no chance of escape. The head of Hong Kong wants to reach the Dutch Boy of China. But its access was denied. Could not log in because of this. He immediately informs Max about it. It's also access denied when Max tries to log in. Someone had apparently hacked into their system. After that, everyone's access was restricted. The head of Hong Kong tells Max that if climate change continues like this and natural disasters occur, there will eventually be a landstorm. Geostorm is the day the world will be destroyed. Meanwhile some people come to the head office. Seeing this, Hong Kong's forehead hides somewhere. The people who come there take all the information from his laptop. When the head sees it, he knows someone is reaching out to the Dutch boy and hacking him. Max enlists the help of a hacker working there to investigate who illegally accessed and hacked Dutch boy. Max also had an agent friend. Jake, on the other hand, was ready for his mission. He proceeds towards his mission, leaving his daughter with her mother. It comes very efficiently to the International Space Station that is Earth's orbit. Jake was given 3 tasks here. The first step was to find the scientist who died on the space station. The second step was to investigate the accident in Afghanistan. The third task was to investigate the accident in Hong Kong. To clear it all, he holds a meeting with some people. He personally scans the satellite of each country. They can be replaced in case of any defect. In total there were over 1,000 satellites. Moving on, he learns that the mission was led by his brother Max. He asks for information every day. Jake feels bad. Because of this they had problems. Next, Jake begins his investigation. It means his first investigation of a dying scientist. He learns that the accident was intentional by someone. Before going into deep space, the scientist had a hard disk in his hand. He is still trapped somewhere in that space station. Jake and the station leader risk their lives to get the hard disk. They learn about accidents in Hong Kong and Afghanistan. This was not due to a satellite malfunction. However, someone has requested that a satellite do this. They didn't know who was doing it? Who is behind this? From there the head of Hong Kong goes to New York. He asks Max to meet him to give him all the details. He invites her to the place to meet him. Max goes there with his agent friend. Max and his friend head over to Hong Kong. He was standing on the other side of the road. As he was about to cross, a man pushes him from behind. Hong Kong's head fell from a car, so he tells Max about a special project before he dies. Jake and the station commander were watching the hard disk program. This lets them know that someone has put a virus in this system. It is ordering satellites from different countries. Due to this their weather is changing. Because of this the Earth is again moving towards destruction. Jake messages Max for an important meeting. To inform him about the events. Jake tells everything to Max. That someone has put a virus in the system. The Dutch boy is ordering other satellites because of this. The weather is changing in other countries like Afghanistan. Somebody wants to annihilate all countries, using the Dutch boy as a weapon. It also includes a man from the space station. He is the one who inserted the virus program into Dutch boy. Someone is ordering him from a higher authority. He is none other than Max's seniors. He could be Max's boss or president. Max hears this and says, why would the president do this? Jake says this because the Dutch boy is being used as a weapon. He is targeting successful countries. These countries will improve in the future. They will be successful. Their economy will improve. Knowing all this, Max collects all the data with the help of hacker. The head of Hong Kong confirmed this. He finds some files. The information is similar to that obtained from Jake's project. How to destroy successful, developed and economic countries? A top official could operate it at a higher level as it was top secret. Max is suspicious of the president. The president was on his way to a public meeting. Max also accompanies him. On the other hand, news of a terrible hailstorm is coming in Tokyo. Snow is falling like big stones. Many people die because of this. There has been a lot of devastation in the city. On the other hand, the temperature in Brazil was gradually falling. That the sea becomes ice cold, the people who came there to enjoy were also frozen. It was all because of the Dutch boy satellite. So it was infected with the virus. It was commanding and giving instructions to other satellites. This virus has completely wrapped the Dutch boy. All other satellites also get infected. Geostrom alerts are generated in response to problems across all satellites. That the world will end in the next half hour. If we want to get away from it, we have to relaunch the Dutch boy satellite. Its entire program will be reset. The system will repair itself and remove the virus. Biometric access is required to restart the system. Jake tells all this to Max. Max gets furious upon hearing this. How can the president do such a trick? He devises a strategy to gain access to the president's biometric data. Seeing Max worried, His boss asks him what happened. Why are you looking worried? Max tells everything to his boss. Maybe the president is involved in destroying the developed countries. Hearing this, his boss asks, how do you know about that particular project? Max is shocked to hear this. He was not talking about the project. Max admits that his boss is a part of it. His master proceeds to kill him. Max runs away and tells everything to his agent friend. Because she was an agent. The security of the president was his responsibility. She voluntarily fires in a public place. Because of this, the president has to take it. She takes him with her as she kills the president's guards. Max was also in the car. Max tells the reality to the president. Meanwhile, some people from Max's boss start chasing his car. They fire at him. Suddenly the weather starts changing. Many earthquakes also occurred. Jake sets up the Dutch boy in such a way that if a geostorm warning is issued, the satellite will self-destruct. It cannot fall to Earth. The station was also about to be destroyed due to self-destruction. The scientist has only a few minutes left to run away from there. Jake orders them to board a shuttle and leave. Jake learns about the man who injected the virus into a Dutch boy. Actually, he was a member of his team, which was the station commander. For this he charged a lot of money. Jake and him have a fight. By mistake, the station commander presses a button. The windows of this section of the space station are open. Because of this, the boy goes into deep space. Jake is about to leave, but his partner saves him. Dutch boy gets out of control. This caused devastation all over the world. There was a tsunami in this devastation, along with a severe storm in Mumbai. Meanwhile, a heat wave is brewing in Mexico. All the scientists sitting in the shuttle were going to roam the Earth. Jake was unwilling to budge, so the station commander comes to his aid. On the other hand, in the midst of the fight between Max and his boss, Max's boss was caught because of the president. He tells everything here that why did he do this? He tells them that I wanted to be president. The president will be responsible for this accident. As a result, the president would resign, and I would instead take over as president. Thereafter he was arrested. The president resumes the Dutch boy with his biometric. After restart, the system destroys the virus. This makes the whole situation better. Natural disasters stop automatically. His space station was about to be destroyed. Jake and the station commander were still in it. They hide in an old satellite. After this, the whole station is destroyed. They travel through deep space, not knowing where they will land. Will they make it to Earth or not? His scientists return and attach their satellite to their spacecraft. He escaped from them. They have reached the Earth safely. After that, another space station was built. Jake was appointed as its commander. He also got his job back. The film ends here.